Alrighty. Good morning. Welcome back to another stream. Sorry I missed yesterday, but we will pick it back up again like nothing ever happened. Okay, so today we're going to be making some vehicles because, yes, I haven't quite decided where I want to go with the world yet. And as I have said before, when you're not sure what to make a vehicle. At least in a sci-fi world like this, it's usually worthwhile. And I have an idea for a technique I want to try, but it's not the starting technique this time. So starting, we're going to start with random starship, just because why not? It's actually kind of cool straight up. But we're going to play with it some more. Um, F9, and I want a negative front back because it just makes my life easier. I like this how I think of this as the front, so we'll go with that. Now that is cool though. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I just like that back end. I'm not sure about the spikes, but I think we could use it. It's very Gundam. Yeah. All right. I like this section here. Let's use it. Fine. Okay. Just gonna be our starting point anyway. So let's save as 230727-1 live stream Hoverbarge. Okay. And yeah, let's bring us into person for scale. I think that's a good next step to do. It's my dude. Yeah, because this boat's not the right size. Confirm finishing him. There's Julius. All right, Julius, you loosen your spine, your eyes, and your teeth. And now, let's make sure. Yep, we're good. Okay, let's scale this sucker up. About like, I'm going to say that. Where's Julius? Just for scale. That's pretty good. It's a little big, but I kind of like it a little. Maybe make it a little smaller this time. Because something more like that. Okay, sure. Control A, rotation scale. Now, I want to cut the center section at least out. And had some ideas for that. The easiest way, obviously, is just to do a Boolean, which is what I've been doing for these sorts of things with a cube. And we bring it, in fact, let's get it exact first. Tab, GZ1, tab, scale. There we go. So now it's right on that origin line. And we can just bring it in and squish it in a little bit. And like to like there. And like that's our section. And that'll cut nicely. But what would happen if we take this section down and bring it down so it's like that? So we're going to have a hole through the middle, maybe even down a little more. Not to like there seems good. But well, let's see what we get. So let's subtract this, but we're not done yet, I don't think. And I'm going to have to go here to our Boolean and exact and hole tolerant. Maybe put that after the mirror. Cool. Yeah, and we get this, that'll work. But everything is very sharp right now. And we could bevel it. But what if we were to bevel something else? Let's take this thing, edit it to Control R, and add an edge loop. And let's put it there. And I'm only going to work on half this ship now, and we'll just fix it so that it mirrors. So let's come over here, 3 and E, bring this up, and we get that. But we want a little more than that on the side, because we like that part. Bring it back down. GZ, bring it back down. And we want something like that. No, not yet. I'm still gonna take this whole thing, yeah, and move it over this way more. What happens if we come here and we edit and we grab this line here and we bevel? Well, first off, let's Control A, rotation scale. Now let's bevel this and make it curved. What does this give us? Let's see. Take this whole thing and move it this way. We get it. Do we get a curve? Do we get some kind of a curve there on that now? We can do it here. And then, I don't know. Let's see. Just sort of playing with bringing back some stuff. And I was going to give it a center too. Sol again. Okay, we take this section here too, and we bevel it. Put this down to 1. Like that. And then we do 3 E and bring it up. Let's see what we get. So get something in the center now, which I kind of like. Hi, Micah. Good to see you. That's kind of all right. And then if we were to take, let's solo again, 2, this edge and this edge, and bevel them, and add some curvature to it. Maybe it's just me talking quiet. It's cranked up all the way. Again, it's spiking into yellow every time I talk, so I don't know what to tell you. Yep. According to my audio, I am at, loud. I have no idea what's up then, because like literally my mic is spiking into yellow or red when I talk. I can turn up a little bit, but I am at full. So like it ain't me. I don't know what it is, but according to OBS, I'm coming out hot. Volume mixer, let's just look. I don't mind checking. Sound settings, volume mixer. OBS is it's getting 100. Looking good there. Let's just see if there's anything else we can do. Microphone is there. Can I punch it up a little bit? It does say it's fairly quiet looking at my microphone, which is interesting because OBS is saying it's loud, but other things are saying it's not. And that's a strange thing. It's up all the way. Well, I mean, like if OBS is saying it's loud, but other stuff is not, I'll just crank it up a bit, see if we can't punch it. Where did I do that before? Mike, I'm gonna take it to 115%. Let's go. That's louder. I went from 107% to 115%. Hopefully it's a little better. It may, be loud if I make noise now, but we'll see. Let's undo this. I want to grab this one too. There we go. Yeah, sure. I don't know what's up with that. So that's looking all right. Do we want to do that? Is it worth doing there? I don't know if it's worth doing there. I kind of want to keep that flat. Might not be the right time to do that for this one. And I do like this ship, so maybe we'll just leave it and go here. Not worry so much about that section. Or, yes. Okay. Talking to myself again, but I do that. Let us apply this Boolean. And then, let's see. Actually, let's just apply everything. Q, apply modifiers. Now, delete this Boolean. Alt X, select it. Yeah, if it's better, good. I'm glad. Now we got this center thing. I didn't really want that cut like that, but that's okay. We just add it real quick. Let's apply. And select this loop. And this loop. And edge, bridge edge loops. No. No. That's not, did that get more than just that, or is this, let's see. It looked like that was all. Maybe I just had something else selected. Edge, bridge edge loops. There we go. There we go. That fills that in. And this here, it's just, I'm just gonna, this is awful. Edge control, but screw it. Bridge edge loops. There's live geometry in the middle there, and no, I don't care. Okay, so we have, this is like our hull section now. That's kind of working for me. But now, let's try one more thing, because this is what I wanted to do before, and it just didn't work there because I did like it going all the way through. Cube. Okay. Scale it up just a, well, no, let's not scale it up just a bit. Let's scale it this way a bit. Maybe scale it up a bit. Okay, and GZ down a bit. So it's all in. Yes, okay. Now, if we solo this thing, and I want to take this edge, this edge, this edge, this edge, this edge, this edge. Basically, I think everything but these two. Yeah, and control bevel. Cool. And subtract it. Am I getting a curve on it that I like? Well, it's still solid there, which is kind of wanted to curve along that line, but I'd have to follow that line exactly, so we'll have to do that differently. Let's bring it up. No. Out. Better? Maybe. I think I don't want it on that front line. Undo. There we go. I don't want it on these. Or on that. Maybe I want it on those. Like that. Let's see. Okay. And then no, this one, tab 3E. Just bring it forward. Yes, that's what we wanted. That's the look. I wanted to get some curved edges on there just to try something a little different. And I think that's cool. And yeah, okay. So let's apply that. Delete this sucker and Alt X, or highlight it first, Alt X. All right. That gives us something else kind of shape-wise to play with. And I think that's neat. Okay. I'm not sure about these spikes. The more I see them, the less I like them. Let's see. One, can I just X dissolve vertex? See where it takes us? Yeah, that's better, I think. And any more? These two want to merge at last. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. And I need a line here, okay, from here to here. C. No? Okay. What's going on with that? That's just a weird n-gon from hell. Let's apply this thing so I can actually see what I'm looking at, because sometimes I get confused. Yeah, that's a weird n-gon from hell. Okay. Can we cut it like that? That's better. Okay. That makes it less of an n-gon from hell. It still needs one more though, from here to here at least. Yep. And I'm gonna just be safe and go from here to here as well. And line from here to here. Right now, one. Okay. Here to there. Okay. So we're just fixing some n-gons. Not a bad idea. I may cover this entire area up anyway, but GX, bring it in. So we have something. So there's two vertexes there. C. Select those, merge at center. There we go. That's better. Thanks, Mix, or Mix 3D, whichever you prefer. I'm having fun doing them. That's that's what matters to me. So let's see. What's this one vertex doing out here? Ugh, gross. Let's just delete that. Can I dissolve it or delete it? I guess I gotta delete it. Okay, cool. Better. I think I will probably just end up covering that area, but at least it doesn't make me want to throw up seeing it now. And save. Okay. So, what next? Well, we do need to sort of figure out what we're going to do with the cockpit area, which is what I think this is going to be. It just sort of has that feel to it. And let's bring our character over just so we can make sure our scale is still appropriate. It can get really, really easy to think you're doing the right scale and be like, oh, wait, my bridge is just tiny. Like here, like that's not a room. That's a one-person control op thing, which will work fine. But it's important to remember that that's more like a construction vehicle bridge than a big ship bridge. Which, again, that's cool. Let's see. So if we edit, though, can we do one more? Can I? Let's see. K to here, too. Yes. Then maybe can I get rid of this one? Solve edge. Yes. Yes, I can. Okay. Cool. Because now we can make it, and we can get rid of this one too now. Okay. That's better. I like that. Okay, 3, we're going to select these. And let's keep track of how far in on this one we're going. Let's go 0.05. Because then I want to do this one, 0.05. And this one, I.05 just to keep our rims the same size because these are all going to be windows. And we can just, now that they're separate, that's cool. We can inset them just a little bit more. Well, first off, let's bring it in. Alt-E, normals, and in just a touch, like that. Okay, now we can I and come in a little bit more, and Alt-E and come in just a bit more, like that. I don't like using cubes to measure for scale. I mean, yeah, you can. I just prefer to use a person. And cubes are all right, but I just get a better vibe if I just have a dude there. Um, but cubes work fine, absolutely. And new, there's our hull. Now, plus, assign, new, windows. That's why I got my little dude here. You're like, yeah, see, I could just immediately, I'm like, all right, I know how big that is. I can see him. I'm like, yeah, he's going to be in there. That's cool. And he works. And then I don't have to stress about it. How he's going to get up there, we're going to assume he's climbing up through here, so we don't have to put a door on that sucker. Because, again, lazy. Let's do a bit more work on it, though. I think I want to select, we are on mirror still, those parts. And inset, no, I don't want to, I want to grab the whole thing. Let's just, again, apply. Just, there we go. I'm like, I apply and unapply my mirrors all the time. Might be a better way to do it than that, but I just do it like this a lot. Scale in a lot, and then GZ. I like that. Now, can I do a SC0 and flatten it to the top? Do I want it like that? Does that look weird? No, I'm okay with that. Ladder? Oh, come on. Yeah, there might be. Or maybe let's scramble up the hole like idiots. We'll see. There'll probably be a ladder. So it's going to do the same thing for glass here. And this one, I'm going to select these, and these. And we're going to do I.05. Cool. Now this, and this. II.05. We got individuals there. I wanted to keep these big ones as solid windows and not half shapes. So that's why we did that way. And Alt-E, normals, bring it in, inset just a ditch, Alt-E, normals, down a bit more, and material, let's assign it to windows. Okay. So here's the thing, like, in all honesty, to answer your question, we could put some ladders on there, and we probably will. But what I try to remember when I'm making these vehicles right now is that my conceit for this is essentially a chopped shop spaceship. This was not designed as an in-atmosphere vehicle. Someone just grabbed some CMX 3D. Someone grabbed a spaceship and then and a cutting torch and just cut spaces out of it to use on the colony world. So people weren't climbing around the outside of it because it was in deep space. So if they thought to add that kind of stuff later as an afterthought, then it can be there. But it's not necessarily part of the design ever because this thing really wasn't designed. It was Mad Maxed from existing resources. So that's my vibe. That's how I kind of justify what I'm saying about not putting things like that. That's why it's not OSHA compliant. Um, let me break this off to a separate section first. Get it out of my way. and close this one so I can see the whole ship. And I'm just going to give those things materials right away just so I can see what the heck I'm doing. And where are we going to start? We'll start with that. Sheeting on this one, and window on this one. There we go. So we have that I've used many times before, material on there. Tab A, U, cube projection. We're gonna, if we leave the cockpit this open, we'll need to have put some kind of like a console in there, but we got time, I think. We can do that. We should be good. He will get in, but we just may never see where he climbs in from. There's like a hatch or something. Well, I might put a door in. I've been putting doors in the last couple. They land, they die, they become restaurants. Yes, that is clearly the way things go. Tell me how Jabba lands his hoverbarge in Star Wars. Come on, that thing doesn't have a bottom. You know, like it just floats forever. My guess is they float, so probably it lands on the water and then it becomes a ship, or possibly it lands on the water to hold most of the hull, and there's like some sort of scaffolding that it supports onto. Um, that would be my like if it had to land, what it would do idea. But what's I mean, I got an answer for everything, right? Come on. There's our guy. Bring him back over here. But let's just, yeah, I don't mind. Maybe we'll give him a door. Let's see. How's this thing looking? Can I take these parts here, extend them, and well, I'm just gonna extend them GX in this way. SX is 0. Flatten that up. GX, bring it back a little bit. This is the kind of stuff you can do when you really don't care about your geometry at all. We like that. It could become a submarine. It definitely does have the lines. I was looking at like what do they call them? Dutch barges, the ones that go around the canals, even in England or whatever. They use them a lot in like historic materials in modern stuff. But yeah, that works. I like that. It's a little angled off, but I can live with that. It's a little longer than one of those normally would be, but I think it would work for that. Okay, so we'll put a door there. Ask it, ye shall receive a door. There we go. Where's my doors? Which one do we want to use? Something about maybe this is too big. Is it? That's gonna be a huge door. Let's just we can just use a regular sized door because this is not where cargo goes. This is the inside of the ship, so we can just use a person. Talking to myself again. You know what happens. Door. See if I'm getting the scale right or if I need to tweak it a bit. Excuse me. Oh, you can't have railings. Come on. What are you, a wuss? Jesus. Next thing you know, you'll be asking for health care and time off and overtime. Jeez. You give a worker something and they want the moon after that. Railings. Ugh, my day. Okay, there's our door. So it looks like maybe we need to make this thing a bit bigger. We can do that. RZ 90. Let's come back here and Control R, add that. And then 3, E, and bring it up. That's gonna be our door, and then we're gonna assume it goes down, and that's why this is gonna bump there. It doesn't cut all the way through because I just think that's kind of neat. Okay, and SC0. Ooh, some of these are ugly. Wow. SY0. There we go. Let's flatten this up. So it's not some kind of weird Willy Wonka shit. SY0. There we go. I didn't even notice it was off until I put the door in there. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Some Tim Burton shit going on here. All right. Now, just add a loop. Right about there. Add a loop. Right about there. Add a loop. Right about there. Now we can solo this one. Come back to it. Grab those sets of faces. Unsolo. Stick them in. Cool. Grab the door. Push it in so it's, basically flush. And door! Now I got a way to get in. And we'll even mirror it on both sides. I absolutely agree with you, incidentally, most of the time. Sometimes you just don't put that stuff there. But, as I've said before, it's my favorite thing that, like, the cantina in Star Wars doesn't have a bathroom. Like, someone just it didn't occur to them because they didn't need it. But there's a full map of the place. So, like, it's not like, like maybe it's in an unexplored section that there it is. Like, no, there's a full map of the place. Like, all the walls are contained and there's no bathroom. Right? But what do they do? It is a cool door. That's a Kit Bash 3D door from their last set, the Future War set, and it's a cool door. I haven't used any of the buildings from that set yet, but some of the stuff like the doors and the greebles I like a lot. I feel like that helps. Yeah, that helps set our scale too. I like that, and I'm liking this. Um, do we want to put some controls in here now? Maybe we do. Yeah. And the funny thing is that one bothers me more than no doors. Like no doors, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. But you just can't see it, but no bathrooms? What the fuck? Cockpit assets. I'm gonna grab some cockpit stuff from Ian Hubert's assets that he gave us for these because they're just cool. And let's see, engine console. That works. It's even about the right size. Like, how good is that, eh? Scale it down just a bit. And, all right, bring it down to there. That's annoying. Let me just get rid of that cable. That one's sticking at the ends, all right. No, we're gonna have to come in. Although maybe I don't hate it coming out the side like that. I think I know what I'll do. Come in a little bit more. And then, oh yeah, I've watched everything Ian has done, I think. Ian is one of my heroes. Very, very much so. And I mean, maybe no one's ever going to notice this. We're getting pretty close, but let's see. Solo it, edit it, come in, grab these parts. I think I have mirroring on, don't I? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. and local, right? Really doesn't need much, just to sort of hide the fact that we've screwed with it, which we did, and that's fine. Bring it out a little bit there too. Cool. And I'm just gonna take this thing now, and I think I'm gonna mirror it. Not that way though, along this thing. There we go. Cool. Like, we're not gonna go any more detailed than that, but if someone looks now, there's a controls for this guy to pilot this thing. That's what we wanted. It doesn't feel empty anymore. This roof feels real boring though. We gotta do something about that. Do we want to kit bash it or do we want to just use random flow? Let's kit bash it. Let's do something different. Let's add some more shapes to it. Rex. Is there something in Rex we can use? Panels. That's kind of a right shape panel. It's high detail. It's very high frequency detail, but it might not be an awful thing. Put that here. Yes, you're huge. We know. Let's see. RX 90. No, RX minus 90. R. Let's see, we're in local, right? Let's go to global just so I don't lose my place. RZ 90. Yes. Scale it down. I like having this fan idea on top. I thought that was kind of a neat idea. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to Alt G and just to make sure I got it centered because I'm anal about that kind of thing. Bring it up. And it can be bigger than it doesn't necessarily. I'm going to shrink it a little bit, but I don't mind if it's a little bigger. Alt R. Fine. RX90. There's a weird angle to it. RX180. Now, what are you doing? RX minus 90. Yep. RZ90. There we go. I know Alt G sets it to center. That's what I was doing. That's how I got it back to its center point. Oh, you're saying or you're saying you approve of Alt G. Yeah, Alt G is just useful. Now I kind of do want it to match to that. I don't know. Do we? I think we do. Local. Might still be too big. Let's scale it in. Okay, yeah, that's better. And now we're just sort of eyeball angling it just because my roof is not flat, and that's okay. And do we want to come all the way back or forward? I think forward is better because then we'll just come in here and grab this section here and E. Extrude out. Right. There we go. So now it's got something on the roof there that feels like he's got some fans. He's a UPS, driver, and he has recently won his strike, so now they're going to put fans in his truck. I wish to God I was kidding. Humanity is a blight. Anyway. Yeah. That's cool. Let's do some more. So we've got that, got that. We could give it some panels down the side. Like we could give it some frames, a framework in here, or we could leave it open. I kind of like both ideas. If we leave it open, we can do some cool cloth sims on the top, which I think would be neat. So maybe we'll leave it open for right now. These holes here, like we created them, so we need to give a reason for them. What's in those things? And I think every once in a while, let's see what we can find kit bash wise. Spaceships. There is an airlock. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is a net. But let's see. Alt R. RZ90. Scale it. It's going to be a small airlock. And like that. Look, see, another way into the ship. You know, still needs to be smaller. This is one of those like too small for it to actually be there, but it'll be fine. It will probably be a bigger airlock were it actually one, but you could crawl through that. It's just not a full size. I mean, yeah, it's as wide as a full size door. It's just not much bigger than that. And having seen the gun pods of B-52 bombers, they'll squish people into anything if they need to. Let's move it over to the side, like that. Yep. And we'll mirror it on both sides. So we need something on the other side here to fill in, which we're going to use. Could just use a panel or some tanks or some pipes or something. But I think, what do we want to use? Let's go grab some from big name small. Model shop greebles, kit objects, trim sheet. Could be neat. Let's see. RZ90. Cool. Yep. GZ. Local. Piss off. GZ. I feel like that works for me. It's all the way in. And let's mirror it. There we go. Cool. We're going to change the materials of this thing in just a second. But we have something there and there. And let's see. Where is it? What am I looking for? There we are. We're going to make you happy, maybe. Let's see. Is this too big? Guardrail. Pre-made. RZ90. I think we'll just squish it in. No one will notice. Now, no, I don't like the way it does that. So we'll have to do it our own. Okay, well, we'll have to at least do it differently than that. I did that yesterday. Just not in the stream, but I made one yesterday. Go. That works. There we go. I like that. That's cool. Join those together and then mirror it. I mean, it depends what you mean by houseboat, right? I made a boat that people live and work on at the same time. So you can, I mean, the cool thing about doing these is there's like a billion different variations you can make all the time. Like, ah, it's that. Yeah, it's that again. Okay. Um, bring it out just a little bit. Give us a little more room right to the edge. Okay. So that is another variant off. Like we cut out this used to be a door on the side of the ship. They cut some stuff around it, although this was probably there before, but maybe there was something here before that's not there anymore. Um, and we could even simulate that if we wanted to. Ooh, yeah, that would be cool with this socket thing here. Shrink it down. Like that. There we go. And we'll just mirror it. So like gun port, there was some kind of something here before that's now been taken off. And all we've got left is whatever it was mounted on. And that's cool. I like that. I'm going to change this up because it's just annoying me the colors right now. Let's go to Blender Shaders, Mine. And first thing we're doing is we're going to use my yellow because it's just the grungiest yellow that has ever been done. And we're going to use it here too. Because it's just gross. No, not yellow metal. Grunge yellow. Because I just like it way better. And tech panel, the red, we will leave that. Frame metal, let's see, plating, no. Classic, sheeting classic standard, sure. And maybe we'll do the same for that. Great. And oh, it's a different. Is that a different piece? No, it should be the same thing. Or oh, it's all that tech panel. Just delete that. No, the other way around. Now delete it. There we go. That's a better door. Yep, there's our door. Okay, save again. Okay, okay. Now, what do we want to do next? I think we'll play with some cloth now. Because why not? So let's take this thing here, and I'm just going to literally select that, duplicate it, separate it into its own thing, come up, yeah, and it's soloed, which is cool. Or sorry, it's mirrored, which is cool. So if I grab this edge here to there, and I do E out, and not even that far. E down to there. And I'm just going to kind of mess around a little bit, get it right. GZ, bring it up. There's our edge, right? Okay. It shrinks a little. Or did I move it back? How did I move it back? Now let's grab these two. GY. There we go. I moved it back a little bit. Don't want to do that. And I want to scale them in just a touch. SY. Make sure it's not touching that. and that's fine. Okay. Now, here's where we can get fun. And I'm going to grab this one up a bit too, I think. There we go. Okay, and let's edit this and add a. Actually, that cut's pretty good. Let's add this one. I want to keep them relatively close to squares. There we go. Now we can W, subdivide, at least a couple. We'll go to 10. And we're going to remove these materials and apply this mirroring. And Control A, make sure rotation and scale is set. All right. So now we can do some cloth stuff. It's fun. Gonna go to where's simple. Everything's moved around. Simply add-ons. And the first thing we'll do is we'll make this collision with a distance of 0.001 and 0.001 because it shouldn't be that bad of a sim. We can come over here and create a simple cloth. We want it to be, we'll make it like a wool. That sounds reasonably good. We're going to shrink it 0.1. We're going to solidify it. Let's solo it again. And we're going to come in here and we're going to grab 1, 2, not all the way. 1, shift, not control. 2, shift, not control, Seth. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Weird that it got like, oh no, it's just, it's not. No, it is. Why did it get half as, that's bizarre. Okay, we're gonna fix this because this is gonna mess with us otherwise. Well, I'm just gonna apply the cloth because I don't want it to be cloth right now. Or undo the cloth in general. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't want you to cloth yet. Okay. No, let's just edit, undo history. Okay, there, not cloth anymore. Let's just quad remesh it so it's all consistent. Where's quad? I'm blind, I'm blind. Why can I not see you? Quad remesh, there you are. Let's just make it 500 and remesh it. Tab. Okay, yeah, now it's consistent. Cool. Over here, I'm just gonna get rid of the old one so it doesn't mess with me later. Now this one, cool. Now it's all the same. That's good. Tab 1. Now, okay, first off, now we can come over to simple. Jumping around a bit. Simply create simply cloth. Cool. Wool again. Shrinkage 0.1. Edit it. Select that, 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 and that. Come over to our simply pin and assign those. Now, if we play, we get fabric doing that, and it doesn't look great yet because it's nowhere near high enough polygons. If we subdiv it twice and play, now we have some actual cloth geometry to play with. Let's pause it. It's looking okay. I like that it's coming up a bit. I might even want to shrink it a little more. Let's see, 0.25. That might be too much. We'll see. It's a little tight. Although it does, I don't know, because it does let us see inside too, which is cool. Maybe we'll do that. That seems good. If we add the solidify modifier to it, I'm going to increase my quality, collision quality to like 20 and run it one more time. It should be thicker than that. Or pause it. Solidify. Offset 0. No. -1, which is better. 1. Because we're getting this like into the thing, are we? I think it's, or is it just, yeah, yeah, yeah. Or we could just pull it up. We could just edit it. We go with 0.02. Okay. Let us, we'll apply the cloth. Apply the subdiv, but not the solidify yet. Because we want to sculpt the cloth. And we'll grab that and just make it a bigger brush and pull it up. No one's going to care that it's not exactly touching the thing, probably. I don't think anyone's going to care. They're going to care. I don't care. Meh. All right, cool. And done. And save. And let's see what we got over here. And I will go ahead and can I shrink it back down to 0.01? Does it work? Yeah. So 1 centimeter thick cloth seems good. Control A. And cool. And the thing I like about that is now we can see into this cargo area still kind of voyeuristically. So it's like, oh, we're seeing, but it doesn't look like it was made to be seen, which is neat. Like it's a good vibe for me. At the cloth, where are we at? 58. Okay. And just having a cloth thing like this just instantly kind of makes things seem a little bit more, um, well, Mad Maxy or Kit Bashed or just sort of, slapped together versus, I think, otherwise. Okay, let's come back, edit this thing again, and let us tab solo. There we go. How do we want to do this? And 3. Oh, I see why. It's because those are half as much. That would be why. Yeah, let's just do it a different way then. Let's just kit bash it. We'll add more parts. I like this longer one or the shorter one. Let's use a shorter one. Lights. Alt R. RZ90. RY180. GZ. Bring it down. And let's just actually, we probably can just do it this way because one piece item, yeah, X location of 0. Does that work on this thing, or is it one of those? Yeah, that should be centered now, right? No. Piss off. Alt G. Now it's centered, right? No, it's still not centered. Oh. Okay. Right. Come down here. It's because it's got this stupid parent thing, which I could center this, I guess. Alt G. Yeah, there we go. GZ. It's because it's parented, which is just dumb, but I don't feel like messing with it right now. But that should be centered now. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Let's scale it. Well, yeah, it's not the ship, the light. Scale it up a bit. Something like that. Maybe even a bit more. It's a big light. Okay. Bring it forward to there. Q. Array. And just set it up like that. Might be one too many. Let's just do 3. 3 seems good, right? Yeah. And I'm going to maybe bring them up a bit since I have made them bigger. There we go. And let's see. Got some lights and materials. Emissive Atlas. There's one. Emission strength. I'm going to make it like 50 just to give us some light. And if we unsolo, now we have lights inside this thing, which we may or may not ever need, but they are there. Maybe even 100. I'll bring it up quite a bit, but we'll see. Save. I don't get piratey. I just get, I don't know, a little lower class out of it, which is fine. Like I get blue collar dock worker more than I get pirate, but okay. So what are we doing now? I don't like that texture on these. So we're gonna move it. Are these all one piece? Hopefully they are. UV editing. No, they're not. But okay, I can see where they are at least. Let's see. B, G, B, G, B, G. C8. Let's see. Does that make it better? Yeah, that's better. It just feels a little more consistent. Yep. Cool. Hey, you like pirates? It's on you, man. I don't care. Pirates are fun. I got nothing against the pirate life. I think put some lights here again. I used some headlights actually the other day, and I thought they turned out cool. So maybe we'll do that again. Headlight here. Let's see. What's our actually? Alt R over here. Scale it up and just squish it back in a little bit so it doesn't come out so far, because we're just using it as a light. And cool, we'll work on the materials for it in a second. Mirror it. There we go. And it's clearly nowhere near big enough really, but there it is. So we could, all right, windows in the front? Yes, no, maybe. Let's see. I 0.05, no, undo, I 0.05. Ah, piss off, not individual. There we go, just do it that way. And E in, I in, E in, materials. I mean, you only ever need lights if visual seeing is important. And in a, quite frankly, outer space, you don't need them. So these have been added since that. I do like those windows. And if you've got computer controlled stuff, you don't maybe need too many. A little bit of light, it's all good. But those are cool. Now it looks like a mask. It's like a big sea fish. Um, liking that. And I think we're going to start crunching it up. We got what, about another 23 minutes. And I don't think we'll make a scene for this one. This is just going to be a shipbuilding exercise. And then we'll put it in water afterward, but you know, it doesn't really matter. So let's rip some panels out. That's what we all want to do, right? Yes, yes it is. Okay, this panel feels like it is ripe. There we go. And I instead of in, E down. Yeah, but others only need to see you if others are in danger of running into you. So it's a visual thing. So if your computer is controlling everything, then you don't need lights. Seems a little bit weird to us because we're so used to everything being visually driven, but visual drivers literally only matter if do not look from source. There we go. And cut 2, 3, 1. And let's take it bigger. 75, and then 75, and then 75. Cool. I think that's looking neat. That gives us some techie bits. Well, maybe, but on the other hand, I'm not calculating hyperspace jumps on my own. So, you know, if we trust it enough to do that in the world, chances are they'll trust it to drive across a planet. Tubes. Cuts. 2. Amount 25. Maybe even 45. Yeah, I don't know. We're getting more now. That's kind of cool, though. I feel like that works pretty well for me. Save. Like a ripped out panel. I know it's on both sides, and it probably wouldn't be like if it were, but we probably won't ever see this thing both sides at the same time. And if we do, it's probably not going to be a big enough thing that people will notice. So, and leaving symmetry on is just easier right now. Now, I do want to do a few things to kind of be like, yes, again, sure, I want to increase the sense of jury rigness on it. And I think one of the ways we're going to do that is with some cables. I know, kids today. And cool. And maybe I will apply. Maybe I'll have some convictions and apply my. There we go. No more mirroring. We're gonna start just doing solo things. Okay. Select it. Tab it. Shift Q. Cables. Get some hanging cables now. Oh, it's going to both sides. We don't want that because it's not mirrored, but it still had the selection from when it was. Shift Q. Cables. All right. What are you doing? Control A rotation scale. Make sure it's applied. Shift Q. Cables. Select 0, 1. Select seed. You're not giving me more. Why are they just coming? Now let's see what they're actually doing. That's just a bizarre. I guess it's because they're all close to each other. Undo. Fine. Do it. You want to be that way? We'll be that way. 2. Bevel. 1. Great. 3. Shift Q. Let's see if this helps. Not yet. Shift D. P section. Nah, it'll work. X. Delete those. This thing's tab A, tab Shift Q. Cables. Why are we still not getting more slack? Okay, there we go. Fine. Okay. Something like that. Some hanging cable bits. Great. And Q. I think I can just get rid of these parts now. Yeah. Okay. Some hanging cables, and we'll just hide them a bit. Select these, and we'll do our loop extrude again, and we'll increase the height on it up a bit, and second one, and the third one. Okay, cool. It's not on the other side now because we're doing different things, and that's cool too. In fact, maybe what we do here on this side, just to be different, is we do a panel. See, punch it up. Cool. All right, I like that. And we'll go nuts. Yeah. Shift Q. We'll add screws. Custom round heads. Increase the margins. There we go. So if we look now, one side's got this bolted panel, the other side it's been ripped off, and we've got cables hanging down from it, which I just think is cool. I like that idea. I'm good with that. I think I want a few more cables though. And I think we're going to go from here to here. Yeah, maybe here to there. Shift Q, cables. This time we're going to bring it up a lot. Yes. The max. Bring that up a lot. And let's make it a little bit thicker so we can see these ones. These are more intense cables. Cool. And the tab, I don't like this one, so we're just gonna get rid of it. Is there another one? No, there are another couple like that I don't like. Okay. Control L, X, delete vertices. There we go. Just get rid of those. So we got some cables hanging down on that side. So now we have cables twice on this side and nothing on the other. So maybe we want to do some more over here too. And let's grab these two and these two here. Cables, origin. Oh, I still have the other one selected. Okay. Do I? Yes, I do. Undo that. These two and these two. That should be interesting. Shift Q, cables, origin seed, increase our because just again, just some like weird grungy cables hanging down. So that, 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 and that. Control L, X, delete the vertices. When you're randomly generating stuff, never be afraid to delete it afterward. Sometimes you just don't want it all. You are not trapped by what Blender tells you you can have. Which sounds stupid when you say it, but the number of times you're like, oh, but it made it. Yeah, well, just fucking delete it. It's gone now. All right, that's cool. I like those. I think we need some antenna, perhaps back here. Let's see. We'll just pull it from, excuse me, big, medium, small. Those are cool antennas. There's no reason not to. Just a simple, it's huge. We're going to shrink it back down to about where we would want it to be, something like that. And maybe we want it a little in. Yeah, it's better, I think, there. Bring it up. And we won't mirror it. We'll keep it, it's on its one side right now. Again, a little bit of asymmetry helps add interest. It gets very easy to just make everything symmetrical. I am particularly guilty of doing this, so I won't, pick on anybody about it, but I want to fix this material. I don't like it yet. It's this metal 4. Okay, let's grab my own sheeting. There we go. Now it fits in a little better. And we need to grab these. Cube projection. There we go. I'm still not 100% on this material right now, to be honest. Let's see what happens if we just switch it to my sheeting. Plain gray. And now it's just a much more boring color, but I think I might like it better for that. The scale is too big still. Let's edit that. Want to select all of that. Yeah. And I wish it was an easier way. Let's see how hard this will be. Control L, R90. Okay, that's not too bad. We got the whole thing. S10. Just to get everything pointed the same direction. And that makes those scratches a lot smaller, which is better. Maybe even a bit more. Like that. That's okay. feel like that works. We might want some areas though that are not like that, just for highlight points. So like if we were to grab here to here, to here, since I don't have my mirroring turned on anymore, let's say this section here, and +1, grab the whole thing. So that's its own plate now. What if we said take this, assign it, and this time we will use classic sheeting and scale it. See U, smart UV project, angle limit of 90. Do I get a better UV on that one? I do. We can just make it bigger until it kind of, well, no, let's do it like that. Until those lines kind of line up reasonably okay. There we go. So now we have like, yeah, it's like a section that's been cut out of a different one. I like that. Maybe we'll do that a couple times. Maybe not on the bottom though. Can we grab this section? Oh wait, do this again so I don't reselect everything that I had already selected. C, Control plus, grab that whole thing. Okay, U, Smart UV Project. Okay, yes. And assign. Cool. Yeah, that works. I didn't even rescale it, which is good, I think. Let's try doing it on this side too, though. I do want it a little mirrored in that sense. Enter, Control plus, U, Smart UV Project. Okay. And assign R90. Something like that. So it's different. I don't really like that layout. Let's see, I don't like that yellow. That could be better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, save again. Where are we at? 123. Okay. We got some antennas. We don't have any, but we have no thrusters, which, I mean, we might not need to see them, but let's put some thrusters back here. Let's look at our backside. It's almost got some like built in. You could just like, excuse me, layout. Like those sections there. Can we inset them? Cool. E. Bring those into like there. That's far enough. And we'll go grab the engine emission from big, medium, small, because it's a good texture. And apply it. And make the engine noises, always a good sign. I mean, it's a simple exhaust. It's like it's not as complicated as some others we have done, but it's not bad. I like it. Okay. Just giving it a look, seeing what it is it calls out to me. And like if I were looking at this as a spaceship like this, how would I feel about it? Would it want more detail? Maybe a bit, but not a lot. I think that would be okay. I like this area here. This actually is not working for me right now. I thought it was, but it's just not. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with it with that. I want to just see what happens if instead of it being plates like that, we just give it plus assign grunge yellow. That's better. Yeah, I actually really like that better. I like that enough better. I might do it here too. Just get rid of this entirely. Have it be like that. Yeah, yeah, I do like that better. Um, do we want it down the center here too? That's a little different, but I want something there, I think. Um, this section feels like it needs something. It might work well that way. Give it the yellow. Let's see. No, I don't want that to be the yellow. I want it to be something though. Assign and I want it to be some color, but not the yellow. Let's see if we can't grab sheeting classic sci-fi and assign that, and then UV it. It's all there. Yep. Scale it down. Where's the second half of it? Oh, there they are. They're all together. G. Just want it to be a slightly different color, but not that color. No, that's still too similar. Let's add a new one to shaders, starships, and add metal sheeting alternate. And the red. The red I kind of like. Yeah, cool. I feel like that is better. I don't think we really need the back. It's just got a couple just pops of color that help us out. We need to color our cables. Let's do those now. So first off, let's just grab all of our cables and object convert to mesh. I don't have to worry about them anymore. And we've got those pipes too. We don't want them. So let's, unselect the pipes. Just our cables, Control J. Join them together, right? So yeah, just cables. Now, Kitbash 3D, cables, give them a cable texture. And tab A, U, cube projection. Cool. It's not right, but it's just enough different that I'm like, okay, fine, that works. Then we come to the front area here, and we like that is what it was, I think. I do not think we need to change this, but maybe we'll change this to Chrome standard. Do I have a Chrome? Yeah, I should have Chrome standard, right? Yep, Chrome Classic Standard. Just to give us a bit of bright there. That works. Maybe this one also. That works. Yeah, sure. So we got our cables. We got our stuff set up. I think we're looking pretty good. I feel like, yeah, this is a reasonable. Oh, I was gonna do this. Let's set. We got to do our headlight still, and then we'll call it. Solum tab, and I know from experience just what the materials need to be because I did this yesterday. So this one here is the glass. So we're gonna give it a glass texture, which I have a lot of in Kit Bash still, or KitOps rather. Sorry. So we'll use KitOps until I move them out of that. Special, and we're gonna grab rough glass and add material, and we're going to make it rougher. Cool. Then this multi-supercar thing will set to, I think, Chrome standard, classic standard. Well, maybe U projection, just to give it something different. Sure, that looks fine. And then multi-supercar here, that's the actual light, will stay red. Add material, and we'll make it strength of like 25. And now we have lights that are actually lights. Now here is our barge. I might tweak this texture. It's feeling a little repetitive still. It's always tricky. Let's just try one more texture and see how it goes. I am rarely satisfied. No, not that one. We want it on the top one. Yes. This actually works. I'm gonna get rid of the lights, but I just dropped it into the grunge, and I think that'll be fine since we're just going with a straight gray anyway. It's just Blender Guppy and his weird sparklies that need to come out. Come on. Okay. There we go. I think that's better. And I'm just going to move the offset so it doesn't have that like blown out of the center thing there. Cool. That works for me. And I think for the, yes, for the normal, let's just do one more thing. We should still have it here, right? Yeah, we do. This is a normal structure from the other material. Just come back up in here, paste it in, assign it, and it'll just give us a little bit of that. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so now we have those panel details from the normal map. Which actually, I know I keep doing just one more thing, but select S.5, S.5, take it in, yeah. Tab. Now those panels are bigger. Yeah, that works. Hi, Winning Stories. We're actually just about done. I'm just finishing up a ship or a barge. There we go. So yeah, it's this kind of thing. We're not going to talk about how phallic it looks. We're just going to pretend I didn't just think of that because we're done. And, whatever. So we made this. We cloth simmed that on top. Um, so it's without it. There's our ship. It's got that's the cargo bay area. But we put a nice cloth on top of it. We've got our cockpit back here. It's our driving, you know, window. We have doors, so Micah didn't kill me. We have railings, so Micah didn't kill me. You know, got some cables hanging off the back and the sides. Yeah, feeling pretty good to me. Um, yeah, cool. And I mean, we've gone over even a little more than I normally do, but that's fine. I think next steps for me, I'm gonna probably put some cargo in there and give it an environment of some sort. And we'll post up the final pictures so we can see what it looks like in context. Um, and yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed this one. I think it turned out okay. I hope you guys liked it. Um, if you're following along later, please like and subscribe. You got to keep saying it, you know. I really do appreciate all the support though. It's fun. And it, you know, when you're like, should I bother doing this? Just knowing that people like it is helpful. And yeah, I will be back again tomorrow. We'll see if we can figure out, I don't know, what we're gonna do between now and then. Maybe doing another environment. Those seem to be popular, so maybe we'll do another sort of, you know, industrial environment. Maybe I'll do a dock. I haven't really done the close up on like a industrial dock yet, but we'll figure it out. Um, yeah, and I will be back again later. Everyone have a great day, and